Welcome to ACF, the online platform for GATE Agriculture Engineering. And this is all about me. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about the different types of fluids. So, this question asked in GATE 2007 is fully based upon that only. You can read here, a fluid in which shear stress is more than the yield value and proportional to the rate of shear strain. I have shown you the here friends, you can see that shear stress is more than the yield value. Yield value is nothing but velocity gradient. So friends, here you can see in this line diagram that shear stress is more than the yield value in case of ideal plastic fluid. You can see here the diagrams. So that our option C is going to be correct option. Now friends, we have also studied regarding the absolute pressure, atmospheric pressure, gauge pressure. So you can see this question based upon that only. Asked in 2008. Atmospheric pressure is 10 meter of water and liquid have a specific gravity of 12 kilonewton per meter cube and absolute pressure at 0.2 meter below the free surface of liquid. It is simply asking the absolute pressure at 2 meter below the free surface. Friends, first of all we have to understand that what is the pressure at the free surface. Suppose someone asks you what is the pressure in the atmosphere, that is 1 atmosphere, means atmospheric pressure is equal to 1 atmosphere, that is equal to 10 to the power 5, 1.01 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per meter square or Pascal. So that is our atmospheric pressure. But here it is going 2 meter below the surface of free surface, means gauge pressure is 2 meter below the free surface, and all of you know that gauge pressure is nothing but it is our rho gh. Friends, जब भी हमें क्वेश्चन में दिया हो तो गॉज प्रेशर को अपन rho gh से कैलकुलेट करते हैं, because many times in further questions also they will ask regarding the gauge pressure. So you should understand it very carefully. And friends, I have told you clearly that absolute pressure is nothing but it is the sum of both atmospheric pressure and gauge pressure. So you add both the atmospheric and gauge pressure, you will get the answer 122.1 kilopascal. It's nothing bigger about this. Friends, you see the next question asked in 2008. Friends, this is very easy question. I think all of you can easily solve it. Weight is given, that is 100 Newton, and it's just fully submerged. So means that weight of sphere is equal to the weight of fluid displaced by the liquid. So you can simply balance both the weights. Friends, here 100 Newton is given, so you convert it into kg, otherwise you don't convert it into kg. You can simply multiply the density into the volume into 9.81, means gravity. I think all of you have studied Archimedes principles in your intermediate. So it is nothing but we have to calculate the diameter of a sphere. So you can calculate the radius pi by 4 by 3 pi r cube into density into 9.81 is equal to 100 Newton. So you convert and you can calculate the radius. Now friends, you can see the next question. A spherical tank of 2 meter diameter is filled with a edible oil at specific gravity 0.92 and the pressure measured at the highest point in the tank is 70 kilopascal and total pressure is asking. Friends, here also the question is very easy. You can see here that 70 kilopascal, it is already pressure is present, and it is saying that it has the diameter of 2 meter, means diameter is given to us. So you can simply multiply the rho gh. I think all of you have studied the rho gh. The diameter is nothing but our depth. Suppose something is present in the liquid, something spherical thing is present in the liquid, then its diameter is nothing but its diameter is the depth. So rho gh, आपको ये कभी गलती नहीं करनी, आपको रेडियस को कंसीडर नहीं करना है. You have to consider the diameter. This is the logic, simple logic, because many times students confused and they will consider the radius and they are making mistakes. So you have to consider the diameter, because diameter is the total depth. So rho z into rho into g. Z is 2, rho is 920 and g is 9.81. So you can get the answer 88.1 kilopascal. Friends, whenever sometimes questions has been asked regarding that some body is present inside the water, and what is the center of pressure we have to calculate. Means they will ask us to calculate the center of pressure, and they will give the dimensions, area, moment of inertia of the bodies. So friends, a very large derivation for this formula. So I am not going to elaborate the derivation, because if you simply remember the formula, then also you can easily solve. You have to only put the values on the formula. So I will suggest you all to remember this formula. And this is very rare formula, because I think one or two times, I think one time in last 30 years it has been asked upon this formula. That's why you only remember this formula, Ig plus Ah square divided by Ah. So Ig divided by Ah bar plus H bar. Friends, H bar is nothing but our distance of center of gravity from the vertical. Center of gravity, I think all of you know that center of gravity is nothing but it is the point at which the whole mass of the body is concentrated. Means suppose I will give you a sphere, and I will ask where is its center of gravity. Then you can clearly say that it is present at its center. Suppose I will give you a rectangular block, then you can say that it is present at a length by half of the length of L by 2 or B by 2 distance. It is present. So this is very simple. I think all of you understand about the center of gravity. And friends, moment of inertia also, I think engineering mechanics in first year all of you have studied. So in question mostly they will give the moment of inertia, so you don't have to be panic about that. You simply have to remember this formula. Center of pressure, H star is center of pressure and H bar is center of gravity. यही difference है दोनों में. हाँ. Now friends, the most important equation in fluid mechanics is the Bernoulli's equation. And friends, many times we think that this is very easy equation and nothing to do with this. But I will tell you, all the venturimeter, mouthpieces, orifice notches, everything formula is derived from the Bernoulli equation and continuity equation only. Means continuity equation and Bernoulli equation. These are the two basics equations, and these both equations are sufficient to derive any formula in fluid mechanics. That's why friends, you clearly understand. And when you are applying this formula in the question, then you have to write each and everything very clear. Means suppose you are considering at point 1 what is the pressure acting, you have to write each and every pressure at that point, because where we are doing mistakes, this equation is easy, but sometimes we left some pressure terms, because suppose at a point 5 pressures are acting, we are considering only 3-4 pressures. That's why we do mistakes while solving the problems. That's why I will tell you, you clearly write each and every pressure acting at that point. So it is very simple. I will just recap it. P by rho g. P1 by rho g is nothing but the pressure head. V1 square by 2g is nothing but velocity head, and Z is nothing but it is the flow head, is equal to the at point A. At pressure at total head at point A is equal to the total head at point B, and HL is the head loss. Sometimes head loss occurs, so you will denote it by HL. Now friends, you see the question. Friends, this question is not been asked in the GATE examination, but I will give you this question as a concept, so that you can get more familiar with the Bernoulli equation and you can't feel any discomfort while solving the GATE questions. You can see this question. A pipeline having a specific gravity of 0.87 and the diameter changes from 200 mm to 500 mm at position B, with 4 meters in height at higher level at point A and point B, and 9.81 is a specific gravity, and the pressure is nothing but 5.886. Now 9.81 Newton per centimeter is the pressure and 5.886 is pressure at point B. And it is asking, and the discharge is 200 liters per second. It is asking determine the head loss and the direction of flow. Friends, here the discharge is given and the diameter is given. So the first thing you should calculate the velocity. Velocity, how you will calculate discharge by area. So our discharge is how much? Discharge is 200 liters means 0.2 meter cube per second, and area we can calculate pi by 4 d square. So VA velocity at point A we can calculate, that is Q by AA. So we can get 6.369 meter per second. And friends, ZA means the height at point A is nothing but 0. You can clearly see that at point A the height is 0, at point B the height is 4 meter. You can clearly see here from this diagram. So ZA is 0. Now friends, you can calculate the velocity at point B. VB is equal to Q by area of at point B, that is 1.018. And friends, now we are going to balance the energy. Total energy at point A means total head at point A is nothing but PA by rho G plus V1 square plus Z1, ZA. So ZA is our 0. So PA by rho G. PA you can see here clearly that 9.81 Newton per centimeter square. So you can clearly balance the energy at point A and at point B. At point A our total energy is 13.557 and at point B our total energy is 10.948 meter. So you can clearly see here that the energy at point A is greater than the energy at point B. So the direction of flow is always from point A to point B. I have told you in my previous lectures also that energy, water, current, whatever the things, everything will flow from higher potential to lower potential. हर चीज होती है वो flow करती है higher potential से lower potential. Suppose you have sufficient money, you are sufficient rich, then only you can give money to someone who is less rich than you, means someone who is poor to you, means अगर आपके पास सफिशिएंट अमाउंट में पैसे है तभी तो आप दूसरे को दे सकते हो. सिमिलरली हियर आल्सो, इफ यू हैव सफिशिएंट हायर पोटेंशियल देन ओनली यू कैन ट्रांसफर समथिंग टू द लोअर पोटेंशियल ना. सो दिस इज द सिंपल लॉजिक. And loss of head is nothing but EA minus EB. So that is 2.609 meter. So friends, this is the solution. So friends, subscribe our channel and share it to all the serious GATE aspirants. And friends, our motto of making videos on fluid mechanics is that you have to be very concise with the syllabus and you have to study the optimum amount, because you can't study so much in fluid mechanics. You can't going to cover the mechanical or civil engineering branch syllabus, because fluid mechanics is common to them also, and most of the books whatever we are reading are written by taking the views of fluid by taking the views of mechanical and civil engineers also. So I will try to give you the most concise and most perfect way, and you don't have to study less so that you can't solve the question. So you have to study the optimum fluid mechanics, and for that you can follow our video lectures and share to all the serious GATE aspirants. So thank you.